Right, Davey, what
Yes.
episode? Davey,
Hi.
Davey,
Hi.
what episode is it when you add them all together? Because I know today is episode 18, but what is it when you add all of the other ones together?
So.
But that is pointless because this is just episode 18. It doesn't matter how many we've done
matter.
together. No.
But I think it'd be 40 plus 18, so 58.
I just
plus
sometimes
another
like
4.
to know.
So it'd be 62.
Mm.
Holy.
We should only really do celebrations when it is actually episode 18 of The Ride Companion because that's what you're listening to.
Yeah, hopefully you're listening or watching, maybe.
Or watching too.
Or watching. And dude, it felt weird before. I was on the wrong side. I was over there. And now hopefully Benny's brought me back this side to the left.
That creeped you out, did it?
Yeah, it creeped me out, man.
Hold on a minute, though. I think I'm in a different place now on my screen. Oh, dude.
What do you mean?
Am I normally over there? Anyway, it doesn't
no,
matter.
I meant
Welcome
in
to
the edit.
episode.
In the edit that our new guy did, yeah, he was over. I was over this side.
Oh, I know what you meant, dude.
And I want to be back over this side. Felt weird. All
We're
out
all
of sorts,
good,
bro. Anyway,
we're all good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm all right. I've had a weird weekend. Some good stuff, some bad stuff. But yeah, I'm all right. I think. Yeah, I'm a bit freaked out. I'm a bit freaked out today, man.
Why? What did you do?
It's not what I've done. It's like, have you seen this stuff with the Metaverse? Facebook changing its name.
No, what's that?
Oh, mate, it's terrifying.
Facebook's changing its name. What to?
Terrifying. Meta. M-E-T-A. So Facebook's changing its name. It's going to be called Meta. Did you not know that? Really? For real?
I didn't know that. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm really, really dumb, though.
Yeah, same.
And head
mate.
in the sand.
Meta. And I just watched a 10-minute video now about the Metaverse. So Facebook's going to be sort of changing into this virtual reality world. I think that's what you put it, where you can literally put on VR goggles and you can go and sit in a room with your friends virtually. Dude, you've got to watch this video. It is the freakiest thing. It's like Metaverse. Black Mirror.
So this is the plan. This is their plan, which no doubt has been their plan for 10 years.
Yeah, no doubt. So this is the plan of how social media, I guess, goes to the next level, is that you basically sit in your house and you virtual reality speak to your friends. You can use AR, augmented reality. Right. To go out, and there's like this whole presentation that is done about it, and there's a really good 10-minute video of I think it might even be CNN breaking down all the highlights of this presentation. And bro, it is the freakiest thing. It is like it's. I've just watched it literally now.
What do you mean by freaky? What do you do then? So you just sit in a room and do the same shit, or what?
I mean, it's freaky because you're sort of like in your house all the time, right? Like, I think
no one's going to put fucking goggles on, are they?
Dude.
Or are they?
Exactly. Or are they? That's the thing. No one would have said that we'd be sat staring at our phone every day, playing digital games and all this sort of stuff.
True.
But we do, and people are into it.
How far does it go? I feel like there's going to be a pushback. I already feel that there's a bit of a pushback. Like, people delete their Facebook. People don't even have Facebook.
And I had an interesting thought, and I think this is quite true. That remember when we were kids, and the weird kids used to sit indoors, and we'd be out riding bikes, right? But now we're the weird ones out riding bikes, and the normal people seem to be sitting indoors. It's quite scary. It's quite scary. I dare say there's going to be a point where you're going to go, I'm out here, like, and there's not many people around because everyone's doing virtual reality stuff, having drones fly in, and like
give me like an elevator pitch for this Meta. Then I want to hear what. So what are they changing Facebook to? Yeah, just tell me. Well, summarize it. I want to hear what it is.
From what I understand, which is very bare minimum. Facebook will almost become this new thing called Meta, which is part of the Metaverse, which means that this Metaverse will be a virtual reality world which other people can help grow by using open sourced code and stuff. So let's say you could build your own room, which is your Metaverse, and in that room you can have your G-Wag, you can have your bikes, you can make them all digitally.
And it's 3D.
It's all, well, you've got your virtual reality on, so it's 3D, you look around, then your friends come and visit you and stuff, and they're all there in your fake house, whereas really you want them there in your real house is what you really want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's terrifying to me. It's Black Mirror. It's the weirdest shit ever.
I guess it is.
And I think we've just coming out of, for some people, being told to stay indoors.
Yeah, but dude, you're like, oh, it's terrifying, and then equally, you're also like, I best build the room for the ride companion listeners to come and
dude, mate, it's
you know
the
what I
legit
mean? You
thing.
have to do
yeah,
shit.
I've seen a few people talk about that. Like, what does it mean for podcasts? It means that people can virtual reality probably sit in a room and we're sat at a virtual desk and we're having a conversation. We've got a guest coming in and
you know we got to get on that.
The room.
But I've consistently been late to the party. Every single social media thing ever in the world, every single thing, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I held off for like a year with Instagram, pointlessly.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like, nah, I can't be bothered, blah blah blah. And same Facebook, held off. One of these things I want to be early to. OnlyFans, I missed the boat, dude. So this Metaverse,
crypto,
I'm gonna fucking get on it. Crypto, I fucked up.
NFTs,
the
problem is, if we're talking about it, you're already late. It's done. You know what I mean?
I need to make my room.
Mate, I think it's terrifying. I'm surprised you've not heard about it. There's a video, I'll send it you after. I dare say everyone should probably go look at it and just see that it's also Zuckerberg doing the presentation, who I think is...
Is it?
He's a bit alien-y.
He's a bit of a creepy guy, is he?
Yeah, he talks with his hands. He's like... Yeah. And it will be better for nature because everyone will be indoors, so there'll not be as much pollution.
Did he actually say that? Yeah. He's hyped on it like...
Yeah, he wants everyone indoors playing on this game.
You don't want to be...
And dude, there's like a whole visual thing of like... Yeah, exactly. There's like this whole visual thing of like you could work from there, but like your home, your office environment could be brought to your virtual environment. So like your colleagues are there, but you're still sat at home. Dude,
nothing makes me want to chop wood like the Metaverse. Nothing. Mate, and I've only just learnt about it, and I just want to go outside and chop some wood and
nothing makes me want to peace out more than watching that. Yeah. I am not hyped on it and quite scared of it. You know, you see like what's happening in the future, and you can it's Black Mirror stuff, right? You're like, oh, as if that'll ever happen. And I sent the video to my mum, and I was like, just give me some thoughts on. Like, what do you think of this? You know, being an older person, 60 plus years old. Like, what is your... And she's not come back to me yet, but I'm quite interested to see, like, what does someone a little bit older make of this? Like, because they were probably scared. You know, we've talked about teletext, but I bet when they seen teletext, they were like, whoa! Yeah. But now you're putting goggles on to sit in your house to speak to your friends instead of just going to see them. Anyway, I think we've wasted a lot of time on this. I think it's
fascinating. It's a great subject. I don't know. Oh, dude, there's
that whole there's like a quote, isn't it, of you'll own nothing and be happy. It's kind of like what the Great Reset is, sort of the quote that sort of sums up the Great Reset, in that they, or whatever they is, I'm going to put that in, you know, air quotes for people watching, want you to be at home. You don't own anything. Your house is mortgaged. Your cars are mortgaged. You don't own anything.
Working for the big machine.
Just be happy. Just be happy. Just chipping away and just giving them your money. Making metaverse rooms. It's not even real.
I don't know what's going to happen to me when, I don't really have a normal... I know I'll blab on about it, always say the same thing, but I don't use social media normally, right? I wouldn't say. So when I don't have to do any social media, anything, upload anything, this, that, share anything about my life, will I then, if I started up an account, I honestly wouldn't know what to put on it, and like I'm not even joking, and I have, right. Obviously I can see what other people put on it, but I wouldn't know what in my life I would put on there. You know, I wouldn't put up a picture of my breakfast. I don't judge anyone for putting up a picture of their breakfast, but then I wouldn't. Not I wouldn't because I think it's bad, but why would I put up a picture of my breakfast? Like, I can't see what it is about. I don't know. It's just absolutely...
It's like... It is a weird thing, isn't it? And I think we spoke about it we have spoke about it a few times. It's like, have you been riding if you don't take a photo? And it's that thing of like, nice food, photo. but you have to really think about why you're doing that. Like, what are you doing it for? Who are you trying to impress? Like, is it an ex-girlfriend? Is it an ex-boyfriend? Is it your parents? Is it friends? Is it like, what are you doing it for? You know, like you said, yours is you're sort of different. Yeah, but you're different because your job it revolves around that, and it helps you with stuff like that. But you're like, oh man, it's weird. I honestly get so spun out by the whole thing. We end up talking about social media a lot on here.
Yeah, we do, but
it's important.
It's obviously fucking weird. And other people must share. People who listen to this or watch this must share our thoughts or must question it sometimes. Or if they don't, maybe it's good that they do. Or if they do, maybe it's good that they realise other people
makes you think more. Like when you are taking a photo of your bike or whatever it might be, like your breakfast. I think bikes and stuff, I don't know, maybe you're just sharing memories a little bit more, but mundane stuff like, I don't know, I made cheese on toast and it looked pretty, so I took a photo. But
when I don't take a photo, it's like I'm making it's like I'm like,
you have to make a conscious effort to not take a photo.
Yeah, or like I'm thinking, this is a real ride. We're not going to take photos and stuff, and then I'm like, well, yeah. Why are you even thinking about it? What does it even like? That is so weird. Fucking.
And we have this this pathway now, don't we? We have this pathway that, let's say now you go out for a walk, and I did this actually at the weekend, which is really weird, and we saw a really big bird of prey. My first instinct, and I'm really mindful of this, wasn't let me stop and look at this thing. It was, where's my phone? Let me take a photo. And I really thought to myself, wow, that pathway needs changing. And you're like, world start fast. That pathway needs changing, because that's not normal. Like that's not how you should behave. And we spoke about it before about your parents sat there like in silence. Like my dad or anyone older wouldn't go, whoa, where's my phone? They'd just be like, that's cool, let me enjoy it. Exactly.
I watched
weird.
I watched I was with Deeks the other day, and we were in an apartment in Glasgow, and it had YouTube, so we typed in road rage. Right. Compilation 2021 or something. So we were just watching road rage videos, and it was so weird to see people like, that's an auto response, like you seeing a gold eagle. Someone in or an accident happens or something happens, people pull out their phones, like weaponized. It's like, what did you say?
Yeah,
super weird,
creepy. I don't know. I'm really mindful of it these days, and I'm more attuned to it. And like you were saying about technology and being late, there's a few moments where I listened to a Tim Ferriss podcast the other day. He's got a guest on called Naval Ravikant, I think his name is. I do have his book somewhere. Anyway, and another guy. And they were talking about NFTs and the future of NFTs. And, you could sell artwork, for example. So in theory, we could sell every episode of this podcast as an NFT. You could sell artwork, you could sell drawings, blah 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 blah. And as that's progressing, it means that you can, I think, compact more stuff into an NFT, maybe deeds for your house, whatever. And they were, he was talking about it and talking about how it's a good way to support stuff like a podcast, because you're not necessarily just giving them money, you're actually buying an asset off them a little bit, if that makes any sense. And I don't know, so I do try and stay like ahead of it, if a little bit. Like, I want to understand what is NFTs, there's something called Web3, which is apparently coming at some point again.
No, I think you're good, dude. I actually think you're not, compared to me. I don't think you are. But I use everything on such a
I use everything on such a basic level, like the internet. It's literally, the podcast is probably the most advanced thing that I do on it. Everything it's email.
Yeah, but you're aware of stuff, which is good. It's good to be aware of stuff. That's not.
Yeah, but it's just knowing what to do with it, isn't it? And I think I was relatively early to the crypto thing in a way. Like, I was earlier than anyone else I've ever spoken to, and that was pretty cool. But I think if it's on a podcast like Tim Ferriss, that means he's got, I don't know, however many million listeners per episode. You're already kind of late. You're already kind of late to the game.
I hear you. I can't do it, dude. I can't. I'm not cut out for it. I've got Office 365 at DMR.
Really?
Literally cannot use it because it asks me to update the password so often, and I can't do it. I can't stay on top of that many passwords. So I've just given up. I've just told them to email me, like, don't use that work email anymore, because I literally won't see it because I can't enter the password enough. right now, as we speak, no shit, a thing just came up in the corner. It says exchange password required. Just go away, leave me alone. I can't do it. I can't enter the password because you've changed it. You've already said it's got to be changed like 3 times since I last changed it. I can't keep up with it. And for that reason, crypto, NFT, dude, I just can't do it. I can't keep up.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
I'm not cut out for it.
So what brought me onto the Meta thing as well, or Meta or whatever it's called, was there is a really, now it's famous, motorcycle magazine, digital magazine and physical magazine called Meta, Meta, and they own @Meta on Instagram. Right. So when I saw it, when I was like, oh fucking hell, Facebook's changing its name, I went straight to Meta.
Yeah.
And I was going to make a little joke like, oh, you're going to sell your Instagram handle for millions. Oh, mate, there was thousands of comments. People were already on it, like, straight away. And that was scary to see. If you go on that post, it's I don't know if it's the most recent one now because I've not been on social media today. But
yeah, I can see it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they are going to
Facebook have already got, they've actually got a different one. They've got We Are Meta. So that's what Facebook has now got, and it's already got 1.2 million followers. Yeah, We Are Meta.
It's just not right. Look, dude. Right, okay. It's following 12 people. Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Yeah,
are in there.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's scary, and it's. Yeah, I know. There's not thousands, but there's 427 comments on it and a load of likes on that.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So we
people saying don't sell. Hold out for the multi-bags. It's like, wow. So there you go. So that was
interesting.
It's interesting, man. Like I say, it's reacting to Meta, changing the name, creating a metaverse.
We've got to get Ride Companion Metaverse then, haven't we? We have to. We have to get a room, 3D things.
What would we have in it? Like
not a fucking leak like in the corner of my current podcast room. Water pissing in. It's like sideways rain at the moment. Well, it's not right now, but it's been wet, huh?
I did expect you to be sat there in a waterproof coat, to be honest.
Mate, it's bad. Bucket's nearly full. Terrible. Right. So I'll explain my problem because I think really there's very little structure to these podcasts anyway, and we barely talk about mountain biking at the best of times. So why not?
True.
I've got a leak. Ollie, why don't you fix the leak? Well, it's coming from above from a flat above. I own my flat, but the flat above is rented. So the bloke above has to fix it, but he doesn't care because he's got rented people in and he's really hard to get hold of. So I'm desperately trying to get hold of him and trying to tell him, look, it's coming from above. I know it's coming from above. And I don't want to touch it because I don't want him to say I've fucked with any of it. So I'm just in this annoying
standoff.
Oh, standoff, yeah, with water leaking through. There's black mould, which brings me on to my first watching. Have you seen Maid on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
MAID, like Maid. This is a good one for your ma. Send that to your mum as well. That's a good.
No shit, I think she was watching it this afternoon when she called me.
Was she? There you go. It's really good.
No shit.
It's really good.
No shit.
Yeah. So Maid's really good, and it follows this basically a single mum and a victim of abuse. Or she's in an abusive relationship, and it's it's really good, really cool. She's just in this there's so many moments where it's so desperate, and to the point.
Is it an anxiety causing thing? Like, would you get anxiety watching it?
I stand up sometimes and just like reorganize the recycling. Like it's too.
What?
Okay,
really?
so here's one example of that. I had to get up and reorganize the recycling. So she was. So she's just got a job. She had to get a job to get like government housing in like a homeless house thing, a domestic violence place. Or no, I don't know. She had to get government housing and she had to have a job for that. And in order to have a job, to get her kid in a childcare thing, she had to get a job. So it's all of it follows all the hoops that people have to, people get themselves in a pickle or people are put in a pickle. It's really, really hard, and it makes you feel so lucky. Like, anyway, so she's finally managed to do it. She's got some government housing. She's got a kid in a care home so that she can work. Not care home. Fuck am I talking about? You know what I mean? Creche.
Yeah, creche. Yeah.
So then she's got this job cleaning rich people's houses. She has a bit of hoo-ha with the rich person. The rich person eventually ends up liking her and allows her to clean at her place. She goes out for Thanksgiving. In the meantime, she goes upstairs and dresses up in her clothes and drinks some of her wine from the fridge. And you just know that the person is going to come home. And she has a Tinder date over. And it's like, I'm not even making it sound that bad, but when you're watching it, you're just like, oh, you know?
No, yeah.
I have to get up. It makes me all
Yeah,
like...
I wouldn't... I'm struggling already. I won't like it.
It's tough, isn't it? Do you you
Zen
get into
house.
stuff, right? You get into stuff.
Anxiety stuff's not great. I just don't get on with it well.
but when you watch like films and stuff, well, that's probably why, because you really like picture yourself in their shoes, don't you?
Yeah,
like
totally.
I do.
Yeah,
I do it really. I have like vivid. I get really engrossed in like.
And fair play to you for
series
even
or
going like
films
and
or-
watching it and stuff. I've said it before, but I wouldn't even click on it. I don't know why. I'd just
Wouldn't
be
you?
like,
Yeah.
nah. I'd be like, nah, there's something else on. I'll watch something else. Watch football or something. NFL.
Would you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm up against is I'm permanently trying to find. So I don't sit down enough. My girlfriend doesn't sit down enough. So I'm trying to find common ground that will make us both sit in a spot and not be
Yeah.
fiddling
Not be on
around
phones
and
stuff
rushed
like that.
off. Yeah, not be on phones, not be doing work, not be doing exercise. Just actually stopping, because I think it's way more important than anyone talks about almost.
Mate, 100%.
I think it is.
We try and make a really conscious effort here of like not falling into that loop, especially now in winter. It's easy, like you get home from work, or if you work at home, 4:30, 5 o'clock, it's dark.
Yeah.
Let's say you go to bed at 10, you've got 5 hours. Like you could spend 5 hours watching like mindless shit on Netflix or TV, or you could sit and have a conversation. Or like the other night, I was like, I said to myself ages ago, I'm not going to just turn on the TV if there's nothing that I want to watch. So
Yeah.
I didn't have anything in my head that I wanted to watch. So I was like, should we just play cards? So we played cards, and I suck at cards.
That's good. That is good. I try and put on something on TV, and then so we've got a thing that it's not so that we just sit in silence and watch it, but then it's like you talk about it and stuff. You know, I don't find TV evil really, because I feel like I'm measured about. I'm not like sucked in. I don't sit in. I'd never watch TV in the day, but just in the evening, I quite like having something that we look forward to and then discuss and stuff. I don't know.
I think it's interesting when a show really hits as well. Like let's say Tiger King. Like when Tiger King hits, you could talk to your friends about that because everyone was watching it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it becomes
like
when social thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Squid Game, Tiger
Squid
King, all
Game.
these things
I haven't
that
watched
blow
that.
up.
I haven't touched that yet. Too much anxiety for me in that. Ugh.
Really? Yeah,
So-
you can't watch things.
It's a zen house, man. I try and keep it chill. There's Buddhas in the corner and everything. We keep it chill in here. I have my own struggles, and I don't like adding to the tops of them.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried watching Exit. I rarely get affected by things I watch.
Right.
Never if they're not real. If they're real, like this maid thing, her in the house, the owner coming home, that's too much for me. That is. Or like in films where people like slide all the stuff off a table and it smashes on the floor. That to me is just like, oh god.
Really?
But I don't get like, I'm not like scared of horror films and stuff. So I can watch like, I've never really been scared.
See, we don't do that. I don't do horror films or anything. We
Really?
did watch.
Yeah.
This was going to be my watching actually, in case you've seen it as well. Have you seen V for Vendetta?
Yeah.
Good film, huh?
Great film, yeah.
I think so. I think that's a great film. So we watched it last night, and that to me, like, that's the most amount of horror that I like.
Is it?
And that's
Yeah.
not even a horror film. It's just
it's like,
it's got an edge to it.
It's
got a few
Marvel?
killings in it and stuff. I think it's a DC one.
Shit, so you're really, really like affected, eh?
I just don't even go down that. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I'm
we should
weird
do
like
some
that, dude.
fucking watch some Exorcist shit and then sleep in the woods.
Yeah,
and
we
stuff,
should.
if you're up for it.
Yeah, we should. We should do that. Some Blair Witch shit.
What would you have?
So
Just bad dreams, or you wouldn't be able to sleep, or what?
Oh man, it's hard to explain it. I don't know. I've just in this. You know, I'm a bit OCD at times. It's like if I've said to myself, right, I don't watch scary stuff. Don't watch scary
You just
stuff.
stick with it. Yeah, fair enough.
I just stick with it, and it's not that I have bad dreams or anything. No, I think I'll probably be all right. From memory, I'm not even that bothered about scary films. I just said it to myself years ago that I don't watch them, and like that, I am quite like I like my house to be really zen. Like it's zen, it's chill. It's not if you live here, but I try. I try. I think if you came from the outside, you were like, this is not zen. You guys are fucking, it's a mess. It's messy and you're arguing a little bit, but I try my best, dude. Like, legit, I try my best to have only calming stuff going on in this house.
Right, there you go. Interesting, yeah.
I'm all about like setting and stuff. But yeah, V for Vendetta, I watched that the other night. If anyone hasn't seen it, it's a great film. I think it's quite of its time at the moment with what we're going through and stuff as well, you know.
I can't remember it.
Parliament,
I'll be honest. Yeah, is that? Is it?
But if someone did, yeah, the mask,
and a sword and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a Marvel sort of style one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's DC.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Fuck, I was even right. That's good.
Yeah, you were actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone hasn't seen that, it's a good one. That was going to be my watching.
Nice.
I think it's a good film, and I've got feels from that because I first saw it in the States. And I was away from home, and I've been away from home for quite a long time. And my dad's birthday is November the 5th. So it gave me, like, I was more emotionally attached to it. And I've not watched it since, and it came up on Netflix. And I was
cool.
like, fuck, yeah, I'm going to go
Wicked.
for it. I'll tell you a funny story that happened at the weekend, just really quick.
Please do.
It's not funny, it's kind of shitty, but it's... I want to tell you anyway. So I went out for lunch with my dad on Saturday afternoon, and we were driving back to my house. On the way back to my house, there's a small industrial estate. So we're driving along. My dad's got like a little sort of sports car at the minute. And I didn't really get a good look at it, but basically we saw a dog running down the side of the road. Like obviously lost maybe or something like that. But it was a weird one because we were going quite fast. We didn't quite see if it was with some other people that were actually walking on the side of the road. Bear in mind. So anyway... We were like, oh, that was weird. Like, did you see that dog? He was like, yeah, I saw it. I'm like, should we go back? And he was like, nah, I think it was with those people. Anyway, didn't think anything else of it. Goes home. Emma and I then go for a walk with our dog. About 2 hours walk. We're walking back through one of the villages locally. This is a roundabout story. I'm so sorry for people listening. Walking back through one of the villages locally, and there is a sign on one of the lampposts, lost dog.
Good reward?
Grand. So,
right, get the torch out. A bag of sand for a dog. Oh, fucking I'll nick one for a bag
anyway. That's the problem around here, man. People are stealing dogs.
Is this it? No, that's an Alsatian. Will it do?
Go on then, 500 quid, you can have it. So, there's a sign for this dog, and the one thing I remember about the dog that I saw running down the side of the road is it had a red collar on, and this dog in the poster's got a red collar on. So I was like, oh fuck, like
that's it.
I call the number, you know, Emma. She's like, why didn't you say something? She's a little bit pissed. She's like, why haven't you said something already? Like that could be this dog, and it's been 3 hours since you saw it. Call the number. I was like, hi, like just wondering if you got your dog back yet. I think I might have just seen it. And this woman was like, no, like I haven't got it back. I've not really had any sightings. It's been gone for like 10 days. Fuck, like I think I've just seen it in this area. She's like, okay, I'll send a team of people down to go and look for it. Okay, perfect. I said, we're going to walk back that way. I'll have another look, and then I'll probably come back out and keep looking, because now I feel bad that I've not
you feel invested. Yeah. I
feel invested, and I should have called 3 hours ago,
right?
But I didn't know about it. So anyway, we walked back.
What number would you have called?
I didn't know about it. I couldn't have done anything.
Could you have called any number?
I
could
have called any number. Yeah. Funny. Well, that's the annoying thing is Emma had shared it on Facebook about 10 days ago.
Oh,
so
okay, got you.
She knew.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we drive home, we go home, we walk past, we don't see the dog, we get back to my house, and I'm like, right, I'm going to jump on my bike for a bit, and I'll just go ride around and see if I can see this dog.
Yeah.
God, this is a long story. So
it's good. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, you're invested.
I feel like I'm watching a Netflix series, yeah.
So we get to the area. I'm out on the bike. I'm on the little jump bike. I'm like, well, at least I'll do an hour of exercise on the jump bike. I get back to where I saw the dog. Bang opposite where I seen the dog is a logistics company, big logistics company. And I said to the people, so I get there. There's people looking for this dog. There's 2 people stood on the corner. One of them is the dog owner, this woman. Turns out this dog's an emotional support animal. She's got heavy anxiety. They're obviously really, really worried about this dog. So I feel terrible already.
So no handshakes or hugs or anything.
There was a few like, oh, thank you so much for calling. Like, we really hope that you know what I mean.
Stand back.
So anyway,
thank you so much for calling, but stand back.
Yeah, but please leave. So there's a logistics company opposite, and I said, well, maybe they've got CCTV. They might be able to see the road and see the dog.
Plot thickens, yeah.
Okay, so one of the people says, great idea, I'll go and ask.
Yeah.
All right, I said, I'll go in the opposite direction. So I rode around for about an hour, no sign of this dog, keep bumping into a bunch of people all out looking for this dog. There's probably like 20 people out looking for this dog.
Yeah.
People are biting their nails listening to this. What's going to happen?
I know, I wouldn't know what happens.
Like, yeah, it's terrible. So I ride around for about an hour, no sign of this dog. I'm riding back home, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to call in at the logistics company and just ask if there was any luck.
Yeah.
Call into the logistics company. I said to the guy who answered the door, I said, oh, did anyone come and ask you about your security footage? There's a dog lost. I think I saw it. It was about 12 o'clock. Could you look at the footage? He says, oh, what was the dog like? I said, oh, German Shepherd, red collar. He goes, that dog, and points to his dog asleep in the corner of the room. So the whole time, the dog wasn't lost.
But did he say it was the dog? It was out there.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, he got out around that time, like he was running around the road. So I saw this guy's dog. There's a whole search party out looking for a dog.
And then did you have to call up the lady? You haven't called her, have you?
No, is that bad? Is that bad?
Well, I don't know, really.
Because, no, and I'll tell you why I haven't
You'll
called
be taking away the hope.
The hope, that is exactly... And also, what if it was that dog? It was missing from around that area. It could have been. Like I only saw a glimpse of the dog. Like it was like literally I seen it.
So now
and
you're saying there's
past.
two Alsatians out there at around 12 with red things on.
Could be. That's what I'm holding on to. And like you said, the hope that they gave these people, I hope it actually helped.
Isn't it, dude? Because do
I call and say
like what?
I'd love to hear in the comment section. Would you? This is like the Goodyear tyre debate again.
This is what. Yeah. What should you do? I think this is a much more difficult thing to know what to do. To be honest,
they were very happy to even have a lead, like not a physical lead, but an actual lead. Yeah, they'd love a lead. They were very thankful to have just any hope, and I thought I can't be that person that calls and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, you've just wasted an hour of your time."
Deleted,
forget it. It was already...
Oh, it's so sad. I love dogs. And dogs are just members of your family, as stupid as it sounds.
It is sad.
It's just,
Mate,
it's just
sad.
the same as a person, really, in some...
Yeah, I felt terrible, hence why I was
lovable
riding around.
as well.
One that doesn't answer back.
Innit?
Perfect, really.
Oh, it is sad. Well, I do hope they find their dog.
I do.
Do you know what I hope happens in the story? I hope you muster the courage to call them and say it wasn't their dog. And when you call them, they found it. And they're like so thankful that you told them to come to that area because they happened to find it in that area.
I was going to text and just ask if there's been any luck.
Might be good.
Mate, I'm still hopeful. I walked that way today with my dog again, just in case.
I'll have a look in the woods as well. So it's an Alsatian red collar. Yeah. All our listeners, if we could look out for an Alsatian with a red collar, that'd be great.
That'd be great. It's called Lola. So, or just go outside. Just go outside and shout Lola. You never know.
Lola, yeah. I think that's the best thing we can do right now, really, isn't it?
Speaking about being outdoors and being shouted at, I rode home from our office on Friday, which is the longest bike ride I've done since getting here. Nice. It's about 15 miles, and I rode back on the jam as well. So
nice.
No electric assistance. And to get home from our office all the way to my house, you have to go through one of the, I'd say, like, I hate this term, but like the roughest area of Sheffield. It's called the Manor. It's a lovely place if you live there, I'm sure, but like from the outside, it's not a great place.
Dude, if you live in a shithole, you know it's a shithole. Really,
yeah,
don't
it's
you?
a shithole.
Yeah. I think that's the case.
Is there any bad areas in? I
mean, as I sit here with, mate,
this
is what people think, but there absolutely are. It's like a worse contrast, isn't it? It's terrible.
Yeah.
Imagine how annoying it's all right if you live in a shit area surrounded by sort of a bit better areas, it's all right. But if you live in a shit area with just fucking rich people everywhere, I think the South's bad for contrast. Contrast, what does it? What makes you feel like, oh, I hate those people? You know, I think anyway.
True. So anyway, I'm riding home up through the roughest area of Sheffield, which basically it's on a huge hill which goes all the way up. And I'm unfit, and I'm going to keep using this excuse for a long time, but I am unfit, and I was slowly grinding up, like granny gear, slowly going up, and then I had this car, like a blacked out Golf, pulled up at the side of me, loads of lads in it, probably 4 or 5, shouted something. I had my headphones in, so I didn't hear. And I was terrified. I was like, fuck, I just had this realisation, I'm on an expensive bike, I've got my laptop on my back, I can't get away because I'm unfit. Shit. So then I started pedalling faster, and it was
Did
scary,
it chase you or not?
Nah, they just shouted something, but your brain starts playing tricks, right?
You think they're going to go around the block then or something? Yeah.
Just wait for you. So every junction, I was like, just going across it. I was like, fuck this! I'm getting my ass out of this area, and getting home. But it's a long ride, man. I was beat after it.
It's actually one of the worst things about riding a focus bike is that you are, you're on a very desirable bike.
Yeah, I dare say if it was any other brand, they'd just been like, shit bike, mate.
They would have probably just gone straight past, not even looked.
But they
because
you really wanted it.
The best.
They were like, fuck, the new Jam. Or like, fuck, like sick.
Fucking hell, it's the new Jam. Like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's probably what they said. What the fuck?
They were like, oi, oi. Imagine that.
Oi, oi.
Car full of lads. Oi, oi.
It's the detonator.
Oh man, that's funny. Anyway, I've been blabbering on for a while. What else is going on in your life, man? What we got to talk about?
I'll tell you what's going on in my life. I'll tell you what's happened since last episode. We've got shut down by the disc golf community. I've had a week.
You angered a whole sport, bro. You went in hard on a whole sport full of people.
I've had a week of hatred from the disc golf community. Do you know how bitch it is? I'm calling it disc golf because I learnt that it's not called frisbee. That was one of their biggest things. Someone tell them it's called disc golf. Yeah, we got shut down hard.
We got some hate, man. We got some hate. We got some hate from the community, but it turns out the actual person we were talking to is a hero.
And also huge mic drop and shutdown from him.
Massive. Too. I'm going to ask Benny to put I'm sure it'll be okay, to put the DM up here.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, so you would think it would be fine after me mocking him for having a purple Forerunner, an old one. All it was the pants didn't match the bra. You hear the guy's got a 10 milli contract, and then he's just posting the purple car. So I just thought, well, maybe that's what I was really commenting on. Is maybe it's not so. That's what the comment was about.
Yeah,
but
it turns out the boy is balling. The boy is balling. So he then sends a DM, which just says, "These are my toys. The purple one is my wife's. One is I think it's a Hellcat.
Yeah,
Dodge Hellcat,
and he's got
the other one is a McLaren, and he just sent that. These are my toys. Mic drop. But then again, we can get into this another time, hopefully with him. Who knows?
What a guy.
But it turns out he's a really nice guy, super humble. Some of the disc golf community were quite nice.
Most
the
of
other
them
80%, the other 85% really.
But I absolutely deserved it. But I think in our defence, I think the angle that we were coming from was about how we got there was contest money, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it is interesting to find out sports like darts have that high level of contest money, and then you get $3,000 from winning a World Cup downhill. So that's really where we were coming from. So I agree we should have got the shit that we got, but we had an angle. We're coming from our sport, which is equally as pointless.
Totally. And I really hope that if something like this on a disc golf podcast happened and they were like, oh, this mountain biker, blah, 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 I hope that the mountain bike community is as supportive as the disc golf community are to us. In a way of they took it was funny, but also
this is
why so many brands reached out and offered to send discs.
This is why I stand by it, that there simply aren't those contracts being dished out and there isn't that news story.
Yeah.
So I still stand by what why it came up.
Yeah,
totally. There's no £10 million mountain bike story. There isn't.
No, there's not. There's none of
really even that surprising. They're like, the fastest guy in the world makes $1 million. Is that what it was? Was winning on $1 million?
I think. He was public about that $1 million deal, wasn't he? $1 million deal, dude. $1 million deal, 50% probably of it as well. Yeah. It's not great, but like, yeah, I guess if you sat with a disc golf person and said, right, okay, so this is how many mountain bikes sell around the world a year from this particular brand. So this is roughly what they make. Every bike's £7,000. Most bikes £7,000, £6,000-7,000. This is how many they sell. This is how much the athlete gets paid. They'd be like, huh?
Yeah. I think.
Are you sure?
I think what we did is we picked on the greatest of all time.
That's very true, actually.
Yeah.
That's very true. That is very true. So,
sorry.
Disc golf community, there's a bunch of new followers if you're watching.
Yeah.
Who's the second highest paid guy?
Yeah, there you go.
Or who's the UK person?
And all respect, we've called it disc golf. I only said frisbee in jest, and it was before I was educated. Now I'm educated, and now I know.
They didn't like it.
No, they didn't like it, and I understand why. And I'm sorry that you didn't like it. But also, we're going to try disc golfing.
100%. Yeah, keen. Really keen. I'm already frothing for it. I think we've got we're having some discs sent to us, so. This episode is brought to you by Disc... What was it called? I can't remember his sponsor. I was looking for it.
I don't know, man. Hey,
man.
Do you know what I thought? I just thought was funny. If...
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of internet hate's like... Internet hate. It's not like real life hate that you meet in the streets, like the dudes in the golf. A disc golfer in an altercation... What are we going to do as mountain bikers? We've got nothing about mountain biking... means you're good at fighting. A disc golfer would dish out the hardest backhand. Can you imagine the hardest dry slap of a backhand? And for that reason, they deserve respect. And I take back the things I said about disc golf.
I did watch a few videos of the boy Paul, and he can throw a plate pretty far.
What am I going to do?
Yeah, he'd be mean in a food fight. He'd fuck some people up in a food fight.
What are we going to do? Lie down on our backs and pedal kick? You know? Or like,
yeah, we're all injured. At least Paul's just doing that for a living.
Yeah,
like riding stuff, like things get broken.
There's nothing.
Although
useful
I bet a disc
in combat
if it
from a
came
bike.
at you and like went across your neck, I reckon it could probably, because they look really thin, the actual proper ones.
Yeah.
They're like real flat, like, you know, discs. Disc. So yeah, we got some hate.
Rightly so. And I enjoyed it, and thanks for joining in, disc golf people.
Yeah, thank you, disc golf people.
What was I going to say?
Paul.
I always sort of daydreamed about, like, you know, like riding across a park. See, what would you do in this situation? You're riding across a park. It's a nice autumnal day. There's a light breeze. There's a lovely old lady up ahead. She's pushing a trolley. She's got a handbag over her shoulder. She's pushing her trolley. She looks, you know, a bit run down, but she's doing her best, as we all are, you know?
Yeah.
As you see, just from your peripheral, the periphery of your vision, you see a character. Full Adidas 3-stripe tracksuit. He runs across.
It's not Warner, is it?
It's not Warner, no. It's not Warner. I sort of thought that as I said it. I'm trying to paint like a really, really detailed picture. And okay, he's running through the leaves. You can see he's got menace in his eyes. He runs through. He grabs the bag, rips it off her shoulder. She's forced to the ground. She hits her temple, and you can see she lays lifeless and uneasy, like she can't move. And he runs off with the bag, and you are on your focus jam.
Yeah.
What would you do? And I'm not talking about, okay, even if you ride after him, yeah, that's fine. You're riding after him, you're shouting at him. I get that. Everyone would do that. But I want to know what you would do to take him down. Because I've thought about this, because I've daydreamed about this happening so that I could do this.
There's a two-way of taking this kid down, I reckon.
Yeah.
You're riding up to him, riding to the ankles.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
so
back
like
of
as
the
his legs
ankles.
are flicking up at the back with his bendy knees.
Yeah, you get one of those, or you try and get on the top of it with a front wheel.
Like park it almost in his arse. Or you're talking like a side swipe.
No, I'm telling you straight at him. So
Straight
his legs
at him,
are coming up.
Just like at school where you kick people's legs out of the way.
Yeah, basically do that. Or the other option would probably be to go to the side and then do a jump and grab sort of thing, but I think that could end in disaster.
These are two things that I hadn't even thought of. I knew I should ask you this. Because you could could do like, do you ever remember that computer game Road Rash?
Yeah.
You could do that if you had like a chain in your pocket, like a big chain. Do you remember that in Road Rash?
Yep.
Or you could just punch him. Do you know what I always think I'd do? I'd use my skills, so I'd ride at him quite a pace, and I'd bunny hop and I'd whip, so I could chain ring in his torso, and it would take both of us
you could pull
down.
that off?
Yeah, I've thought about it so much in my daydream. That's what I always do. I bunny hop, and everyone's like, "Yeah, Ollie, fucking yeah," and then just the chain ring just go in like his just above his hip there.
Yeah,
and so it really hurts him, and we were both like lying down on the floor, and then I choke him out.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe at some pace, so you're riding up to him, he's running away, and if there is like a bit of a lip or something where you can get a good bunny hop, you could bunny hop and land almost on the shoulder.
You go for the chain ring on the shoulder.
And just try and like ride over him, like monster truck it.
You could do it.
Get the bag. Go up to the lady. Got it.
You could do
sell it back to her.
Do you know what you could do, which I hadn't thought? You got to do mouth to mouth on her first because she's ankle.
Okay.
Yeah. So you do mouth to mouth to her and then give her thing. Yeah. What you could do is you could go over the bars. This is what I would do. So I would loop round so he doesn't see me coming. That's front brake over the bars, and then I would, like how bullets rifle, like how rifles spin bullets, the rifling.
Yeah.
I would go into flying spinning headbutt over the bars. Again, at his torso. I don't want to cause permanent damage, but I just want to like hit his torso in a flying spinning headbutt.
Mate, I mean, it's a great tactic, and I commend you for thinking of that. I really do. What have other people said if you've asked them this question, or am I?
You're the first person I've asked, but I've thought about it loads.
But you think about it a lot, like when you're out riding, you're just like,
no, I don't. Just if I'm like somewhere super boring, like a train station, and I have my bike, I always imagine. Do you know? I think I might be cautious or something because I always just think about shit like that. I don't know.
The worst case.
If I'm walking along, I basically permanently think someone's gonna jump me or.
Dude, that's some SAS Tim Kennedy shit, I think.
No, I don't. Not even in a smart way, but just in like a fucking what would I do way. Or
do you look for exits whenever you go in a room? Do you look at like,
no, I don't.
How do I get out of here?
No, I don't. But if someone looks like they might do me, like if someone has like a scar over their eye like that, like a Bond villain, then I'll be very wary of the situation.
You see many of those around?
No,
in your circle of friends and stuff? No.
Never have.
Just in dreams.
But genuinely,
this is why you don't watch those TV shows, dude. Like,
genuinely though, I when I go away, I just permanently think that I'm like like a jellyfish floating around with money. Rob me,
mate. It's exactly the same feeling I had when I was riding up that hill and those people shouted something. I felt so like legit scared. I was like, fuck, like they only have to stop and kick me off. That's it. Bike's gone. How do I explain that? Laptop's gone. You don't realise.
Yeah.
Riding around with all that stuff on. So, iPhone's gone.
I actually do think about it a lot. Deeks talks about his SPS mates, and he talks about how it's actually like quite hard to be around them because they are proper, know how many exits there are in every room that they're in, and have a.
And the SPS is that what? A Steve Pete Syndicate?
It was, wasn't it? That's good, wasn't it? The Steve Pete. Is it the Special Para Service? I don't know what it is. It's like the plain clothes, gnarly one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he says it's like since he's now civvy or whatever, he says being around them now is like quite exhausting, or being around even a Marine, you notice the differences in how you sort of hold yourself and how you are the whole time and how you're ready for orders and all that shit.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely.
I think doing 10 years of that, it's going to be hard to come back, isn't it? I'm sure we've got some listeners who maybe
I know we have for sure. I know we have.
Have we? Yeah. Well, there you go. It'd be interesting to hear. It must be hard to come out of it, mustn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Really hard. It must be hard. Yeah, very strange transition out. And once you've seen that, I mean, not many people have seen that side of the world. They've seen destruction and killing and hate and
yeah, absolutely.
And you're going to see less if you're in your VR goggles sat in your house.
Yeah.
You're not going to see fuck all. Like,
you're not.
You know?
That you're not, but that's
how wars will be fought. I see you in the Metaverse. Wars. Yeah, let's have a good tussle.
Dislike buttons. Have some of that.
Did you notice that Instagram have taken like the like count away from a lot of...
Have they?
Yeah. I only noticed it yesterday.
I just from lot profiles or from...
Yeah. So it'll just say, for example, I don't know, @OW likes this and others, not a number.
How interesting.
Isn't it?
Yeah, mine's the same, yeah. Oh no, on some... Weird.
On some people's, yeah.
Yeah, who knows, yeah, weird.
Mate, a technology episode.
We're fucking technology people. We talk about everything, dude. It's so good. Isn't it?
Really
so
good.
Yeah. I think that was brilliant though. The frisbee.
Should we do some?
Let's do some. Yeah. That really made my week. Though. I was really stoked when we got that.
What?
The frisbee shut down.
Oh, frisbee shut down by the frisbee community.
So good.
I was just trolling back a little bit on the comments. Yeah. Just because.
It's fun.
Why not?
That's what the internet's for, it seems.
And they were calling me an idiot, and I was like, "All right, let's go." I'm like, "Okay, let's go." People are like, "I bet you couldn't get a birdie in your first go." I'm like, "No, I probably couldn't get a birdie on my first go. I bet you couldn't jump." Fucking course not.
There's barely any birds around. It's windy. There's fuck all birds around. It's fucking windy. What are the birds going to be doing at the frisbee pitch anyway? Fucking stupid. I think I don't want to hurt a birdie anyway.
No,
you're vegetarian, aren't you?
Me, no. Try to be.
You stop hurting birds the moment you know, with the chicken. Imagine chucking a frisbee at a chicken.
I'll never.
See, it depends what.
I don't know what came at me harder, the frisbee golf community or the avian community.
If you had to chuck a frisbee at a bird, what would it be? A chicken would be easy going, wouldn't it? Really, because you could just do it low and it could be like a grass skimmer.
I'd go pigeon.
Pigeon, would you? What, just disposable?
Fuck pigeons.
Really, yeah.
Dude, fuck pigeons.
Have you ever eaten a pigeon?
No, I can't say I have. Have you?
Yeah. Up trails. Shot one, ate one.
Really?
Not much meat on it.
That's gangster, dude. That's really gangster.
Not much meat on it. Hillbillies.
Yeah, aren't you just?
Yeah. No, there wasn't much meat on it, but we tried.
Sounds like it. Yeah, well, good effort, mate.
Thanks, dude.
That's great.
It had a load of chewing gum stuck to its feet.
Oh,
it didn't really know. I was just imagining like a London pigeon. London pigeons are gnarly, aren't they? They're all burnt.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah. Poor things.
They're gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. What would you throw at this guy if you could?
It's tough, isn't it? I think a swan because they look arrogant. To be honest,
see if you can like hula.
Yeah, and I think like. Swans look arrogant, and although that would actually be a crime against the Queen or something, wouldn't it? You can't damage swans.
Can't damage swans.
They are so arrogant, and they hiss
apparently
at you.
The nicest way to wipe your ass, isn't it, with a swan's neck?
Is it? How'd you do it?
Mate,
you pirate ship it. You pirate ship a swan.
Yeah, you use its neck. You never heard that before?
Nah. So are they soft? Thing. I've never touched a swan.
Oh, mate, super soft. Yeah.
You've touched a swan before?
Have I touched a swan before? It's a great question. I feel like I have, but I might not have. I think you'd remember it.
I'd rather... I'd rather... If I was going to try and get a birdie with a frisbee, I'd rather get a swan than a peacock. And that's saying something, because peacocks are showing off. Yeah, but they're showing off, aren't they? Whereas a swan... Peacocks are taking liberties. Whereas a swan's just... It's not showing off, but it's just arrogant.
Do you think swans know that they're owned by the Queen, so they're just like...
Probably, yeah. They're like royal family birds, aren't they?
They can just swan about.
Yeah. Peacocks are amazing, aren't they? But their peacocks aren't... Peacocks are of Asian...
are they?
Origin. I don't think we get peacocks. Let's look it up. Otherwise, the avian...
Benny, he's not here.
Otherwise, we have the avian community as well as the bloody frisbee community on our tails.
His third gig and he's not here. I can't believe it. This is weird. We are recording in the evening, which is rare. We don't do this very often, do we?
Peacocks are believed to originate in Asia, but they now inhabit Africa and parts of Australia. They're most common in India. What are they doing in England? Peacocks live in deserts, dry savannas.
Yeah.
And then
the north of England is not a place for a swan, a peacock.
You got peacocks there?
Yeah, and weirdly, out of the 6 or 7 pubs locally, 3 of them are called the Peacock.
Really? There you go. Hey, I actually have never questioned this, but are peacocks, they're just people's pets? Because you do see them around, or are they wild?
I don't think you don't see wild ones very often, do you? I've never seen a wild peacock.
I wouldn't know.
There used to be a house up the road from us that had one that wasn't wild, it just lived there.
Okay, so they're completely owned.
Yeah, where are wild peacocks?
What noise? Do they make this noise?
Yeah, I think so.
It's fucking...
Like a bit more arrogant.
This show's derailed. Hey, I've got another thing to watch. I've got another thing to watch before we go to listener questions. I've got another thing to watch.
Oh, have you got a listening as well? Do us a listening.
I've got a listening as well. I'm completely ready for you today. You've been warned by the Wu-Tang Clan.
Ooh, baby. Wu-Tang Clan. I had a video saved by the Wu-Tang Clan. Apparently they did Tiny Desk Concert, NPR's Tiny Desk Concert a few years ago. Never seen it.
There you go.
You're being warned. You know what mine is?
What is it? Wait, let me guess. Is it Cher? Do you believe in love after life after love? After life?
No. Imagine if it was. That'd be right weird, wouldn't it?
Well, it would go with the Meatloaf one, wouldn't it? Meatloaf and Cher. Aren't they going out?
Yeah, true. Might be. Yeah, we just broke that story. Meatloaf and Cher going out. Dating.
Fucking not even funny, is it? Go on. No. What's yours? Sorry.
Boot, Scoot and Boogie by Brooks and Dunn. And you know why? Because I fucking love country line dancing music. And that's why. And that's the honest truth. And I'll own it. I don't care. I'll own it.
You have it.
You know what I used to do? Which was my little... This is so sad. When I was in the States, people used to come on holiday to California, and my job was often to take them around and show them a good time.
Yeah.
And I would always put off going to the clubs, like going for a night out, until Thursday evening, because Thursday evening at Stampede in Riverside, Temecula, Old Town, was line dancing night, and I knew it was. And I'd get them a bit tipsy in a few bars before, and I'd be like, let's go to a club. We'd go there, and I knew it was line dancing night, and I'd enjoy the shit out of it. And I'd just be with all the ladies doing line dancing, listening to country music.
So it's not even just a good time; it's a tooting, good time. That is good.
Yeah, I'm not shy. I'll own it.
You're not, are you? Hey, do you know what you made me think of then when you said line dancing is Michael Flatley? Have we talked about Michael Flatley? I feel like we might have talked about like Michael Flatley, but I just wanted to see if Michael Flatley had Instagram and see what he's up to, really. Do you remember Michael Flatley from Riverdance?
Can you imagine the calves on Michael Flatley?
I bet he's calved up, yeah.
I bet he's got strong legs, dude. I bet he can squat.
Dude, Michael
just
Flatley's
twinkle toes.
Sick. Look at this social media post.
I'm gonna find it now.
Look at this social media. Practice. This is the caption. Practice makes perfect. Never give up on your dreams. And this is the post.
It's just
for our listeners, it's a close-up video of his feet just tippy tapping around.
Mate, hasn't got a blue tick, Michael Flatley.
Has he got sound? Oh, it's just
Michael. I make that sound sometimes at home too.
Michael Flatley. This is really different visually and listening. Audio and visual is very different.
When you hear doesn't look like I thought he
doesn't sound like Michael Flatley, or if it does, it sounds like me time. It doesn't sound like tap, you know. I thought he'd at least have music. Riverdance was always like
Michael fucking Flatley. Holy, he'd be a good guest,
wouldn't he? Just.
Or would he?
Mate, he's not going to chat with us. He's on ITV's Good Morning Britain. He's not going to chat with us. I guess. Are you serious? Should we try and get Michael Flatley on?
Yeah, I reckon. It can be a challenge to the listeners. I already had a different challenge for our listeners.
I would love to get Michael Flatley on, and we can just test whether we can actually... You actually have interview skills. I've got no skills.
No.
All I've just got... The only skill I have is being stupid. Whereas I think you've got good at it. Whereas I think you've got interview skills, and you'd have to hold it down because I wouldn't. What would I think say? So. Yeah. So when did you know you were going to be a river dancer? We'd have to look it up, wouldn't we?
We could do like some good research and really come at him with some shit.
Oh, it'd be like so good. Let's get Michael Flatley.
Michael Flatley. Yeah. Michael Flatley. All right. So challenge to the listeners. I dare. Oh, go on then. Like
we're gonna have to do it though.
Sucks, go man. On. Go on Michael Flatley official on Instagram and tag us underneath the most recent post whenever you're listening to this.
I know what we could do.
Tag. Will you go on the right? At the HKT Podcast.
I've had an idea to make it even more obscure. Right. If we get Michael Flatley on, did you ever used to do this? Right. when prank calls were a thing, right? You used to get one takeaway, and then and you'd ring the other takeaway, and then you'd put them together.
Yeah, I've done that.
So
dude, I love prank phone calls.
So we do that, but we get Spikeball Chris and Michael Flatley, both that think are going to be the guests, but then it's just those two, and then we just press record and just
sit back.
How good would it be, Spikeball Chris and Michael? Because honestly, I think like. What would they talk about? Like, because Spikeball Chris ain't going to know Michael Flatley, is he? He's just going to be like, so what do you do? Michael Flatley's going to be like, dude, river dance. I made millions in the early 2000s tap dancing on TV. What do you do? I made a trampoline and some balls popular. And imagine the to and fro. It'd be really good, wouldn't it?
It would be good, man. Yeah. I do enjoy that game. I have done that a lot. I used to be a big prank phone call fan.
In fact,
my favourite prank phone call always gets me. It still makes me laugh now if I say it. Where I used to come in from a night out, like hammered drunk.
Yeah.
Do you remember the ad mag? Did you ever used to get the ad mag?
Yeah, Friday ad. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, we'd get that. It'd be 2-3 o'clock in the morning and start calling cars up.
What the men seeking men seeking men seeking women, women seeking women.
Just call cars. Just call cars and be like, "Hi mate, I'm calling about your car," and they'd be like, "It's 2:30 in the morning. What the fuck are you doing?" And start asking questions about it. I just always found it hilarious.
There was a Lonely Hearts bit, wasn't there? And people would be like, "Oh, I saw you in the queue at Tesco's in Warwick."
Yeah.
You gave me a look because it was before internet,
dude. And now we're in the metaverse. It's come full circle, and now people in the metaverse dating in weird rooms.
It's fucked up. Yeah.
Imagine the desperation of putting an ad in a newspaper and hoping that person reads it.
Facebook Marketplace is gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be 3D, isn't it? You have to take 3D photos of your bent disc rotors that Deeks sells.
Wow. Right, okay. All right. So Michael Flatley, go over and ask if we can get him on as a guest.
Yeah, let's get Michael Flatley on.
For fuck's sake, that'll be a nightmare, but it'll be a laugh anyway.
Should we start a new podcast where we get two guests on and then we ditch them and then they talk to each other? The most obscure ones ever.
Yeah, it would be funny. The Companion.
Could be, couldn't it?
Should we do some listener questions?
Let's.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
Do you think our podcast is better when we have guests on? Please, listeners, reply. This seems to have very little structure. I've got more things on my list that we could talk about.
What you got?
Well, I wanted to talk about the Swamp Jam. I think it's called the Swamp Jam. Have you seen it?
Mountain biking?
No, it's a BMX thing by a famous BMXer.
No, I haven't actually. What a Swamp Jam? Fill me in. Give me the lowdown.
So the Swamp Jam's like basically they make in a swamp. It's called Swamp Fest. It's called Swamp Fest. If you actually look on the Pink Bike homepage, they've actually posted it amazingly. I just searched Swamp Fest. And
you mean outside?
Outside of it, picked up on it, yeah. Swamp Fest 2021 Raw Chaos. I advise that you watch it because it's absolutely mind-blowing. The stuff they're doing is so dangerous. I don't understand. It makes me feel so un-BMX. I thought...
it's just happened. It was October the 30th, so it's literally just finished.
The highlights are insane. There's a rail. It's like a rail that you have two pegs on, so...
wow. I've seen them now. They're doing a long jump on pit bikes, which is always a bad move.
Yeah,
Long
there's a
jump on
loop
pit bikes is always
There's
bad.
a loop the loop. There's a rail loop the loop. So you jump on the rail.
Dude, this is the sort of shit that we should be doing.
I don't want to do
this.
this.
Shit.
I don't want to do this. Watch the video. It's terrible. I want nothing to do with it.
That
Oh
open
my
loop
goodness.
looks terrifying.
Honestly, you've got to watch it. It made me feel so old. I was like, this is so irresponsible. They're all drunk.
I don't. Yeah.
They're all drunk and they're doing... Like, I dread to think how many... Yeah, I'm sounding really boring now, aren't I? It's cool that the BMX spirit's still alive, dude.
There's a few mountain bikes floating around as well. I've seen the mountain bikes here on the dirt jumps. So
What's
there's
that?
a few mountain bikers, yeah. I wonder who's the first mountain biker to turn up.
Not me.
Tail between your legs, just like...
Right,
I hope this goes well. Hi!
I like beer too. What? And then like that when they start burning anything. Whoa, not that much. Chill out, guys. Come on. Let's watch GoPro footage back. Am I right? No.
What PSI have you got in your vlogs?
Just cans chucked at him. Go home, loser. Back to the mountains.
That's a good one, man. I like that. I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Watch it.
That
That's a good one.
So.
That's a good one for other people to watch. I was going to say we could watch it live, but all it's going to be is noises. So we tried doing that before, and all it's going to be noises like me and Davey going like that. Oh. So let's pretend we're watching it, all right? Oh my!
Yeah.
How did he not? Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Watch it.
BMX.
It's a bit of that.
So sick. Yeah.
Listen to questions.
I will watch it.
Nice one,
I
dude.
will watch it. Listener questions. All right, and we're gonna. So fun fact. It's actually my anniversary today,
Happy
and we sat doing the
anniversary,
podcast.
What
And
for?
I know
what
Emma-
sort of anniversary?
We've been together 8 years.
Oh, mate, sorry. I thought you were going to say like something. You started the podcast or something like that.
Nah. I don't
Really
know.
sorry.
It was
Be on your way,
April.
dude. What are you doing?
I'm joking. We're good. We're going out tomorrow night
All right,
instead.
that's all right. So is it my
We're doing
fault?
a
That's not my
podcast
fault.
Instead. No, it's not your fault. My dad's calling me. Should I get him on or no?
I think that at this point the episode's, it's kind of whatever at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. He's just hung up anyway, so he must have got the vibe. Okay.
Listener questions, everyone.
Listener questions. Let me just text him back. I'm sorry. We really are a little bit looser with this.
I wonder whether people ever get to listener questions. I wonder whether listeners ever get to the listener questions and they're like, "Oh, thank goodness, we're near the end now." Yeah.
I wonder if I skip through ads on podcasts at the start. I wonder if people skip through the podcast.
You can't fucking skip through this because there's no point. You'd just be lost. It'd just be like,
yeah. Oh man, we have fun, don't we?
have a nice time.
Listener question. Okay, at Francis D. What do you think of the Pink Bike Academy? Dope or nope?
I actually watched it the other day. I watched an episode. Goodness gracious me, they spend some money on the production, don't they? Have you seen an episode?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen
It's
an episode.
properly it's like America's Got Talent, but mountain biking.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hey, do you know what? It's all entertainment. I'm not one to poke fun. What do I rode around for half a year with a camera pointed at my face, so and they're putting in a lot more effort than that, so I think it's great.
I think it's dope. They're putting money in, so it's helping people.
I also
out.
kind of think though riding is really fun just on its own as well, so that's good as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, I'm with you. Do both.
Just watch it and then also just
do more of one.
Yeah, and make your mind up yourself whether you want to be a contestant on a biking game show. What the fuck?
At Mike Steen 84. Would you rather have everyone you know be able to read your thoughts or your internet history?
Whoa. When you actually think about it, it's tough, isn't it? I have a lot of bad thoughts. I'll be honest.
Yeah, like the old women mugging people.
Yeah, but I just sit by a train and imagine what it's like to jump in front of it. All of those things. It's not because I want to hurt myself, but it's just I think about shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah, I'd
jumping
say thoughts.
off.
I feel like my head can be a bit of a weird place sometimes, and I think people would be like, "Oh God, do you really think that if you watch that TV show, or really jump to those conclusions.
My internet history,
and I don't get anything to hide on the internet.
No, I don't either. I don't
care.
That pause there was the moment where we were both scanning our...
I was like...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm kind of thinking now. I think I'm good as gold, to be honest. Like, the stuff I'm more worried about is like... Yeah, it's like stuff that I Googled during the podcast, like swans being used to wipe fecal matter from anuses. Yeah, I'm going with that. Internet. I don't want you knowing what I'm
going with internet?
Yeah, you can read it. Yeah, you can read it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can read the internet, yeah. At Ben Cornelius 9, are waterproof socks any good?
Hey, can I just... Sorry, 1 second. That said, with the internet, I remember when Rolf Harris got done, and I remember they revealed some of the internet search things, and some of them I was quite like, oh, quite clearly a sad old man. It was like, pretty lady naked. In which case, I'm sure they knocked him up. I'm sure they locked him up for more than that.
Yeah, definitely.
But there was a moment when I read it, I was like, jeez. Rolf's search history is not actually that bad. But it was. It's a joke, everyone. It's a joke, right? Fucking hell.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Fucking chill out, yeah.
It's just jokes.
Waterproof socks.
Don't Dave Chappelle us.
Yeah, exactly. Waterproof socks. I don't even know. I've never had any.
Never owned any either, man. No. I don't care. I'm not bothered about wet feet. I don't mind it as long as it's not ice cold. Like, that's all good.
Yeah, but they must be really good. So many people love them, huh? And also they're
the
money.
They must be. Yeah, they are. I just feel like they'd be sweaty and horrible. Like,
should we try and get them as a sponsor of the show so that we could approach one of the leading brands? I'm not going to say a brand because I'm not going to ruin it for the future us. But let's try and get a waterproof sock Spono. And then we can try them out.
Try them. Yeah, we just wear them around. Yeah, all right, I'll try that. Remember, I'm going to put this out into the ether because I wanted to if it came up.
Yeah.
So I'll just make it come up. Remember when I did the 4x4x48 at the start of the year? Where you run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I want to do something to raise money for charity because of the air ambulance that got me out of another shit situation. So what I'm going to do, hopefully, is I'm going to do that challenge, the 4x4x48. But obviously, when I did it the first time, I used my house as like the home base. So you always end up here after every 4 miles to chill, get changed, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it 24 miles out and then 24 miles back.
Nice.
So no home base, sleep rough.
Like it.
Take everything with me.
So it's is it the 2x24 then?
What does that mean?
Is that what it is? It's 4x40, 40.
No, it says I'm just going to do it exactly the same. So it's going to be. It's confusing, eh?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yep.
Still going to be 4 miles every 4 hours for
sleeping
48
in
hours,
bushes,
but just one way instead of ending up at home every time.
Yeah.
So that's the challenge of it: is you sleep rough.
Nice, like it.
Maybe.
Let's get those waterproof socks, dog. Let's get them.
Exactly. And maybe a coat as well, if anyone can. I feel like the socks are the least of the worries when you're outdoors for 48 hours, running for 48 miles.
That's true.
Matty Baker, 1985. You've just won £1 billion. How do you spend it?
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Mate, I'd hate to win £1 billion. I think it'd be terrifying. It'd be
to win £1 billion.
Really?
This is glass half full, glass half empty.
This would be terrifying. I think it'd be great for a week, and then you'd just be like, "Wow, my phone rings a lot. A lot of people want stuff." Yeah, and then you'd be like, "Well, I've got that Lamborghini. That was cool for a bit. The house is quite nice." God, I'm pessimistic. Am I just a Debbie Downer on winning money?
You're just.
I've always said the same,
Nancy,
bro. When everyone,
really,
when everyone does that thing, if I won the lottery, I'd do.
Dude, I'd fucking I'd make do loads of shit. Well, I'd get rid of nearly all of it. Well, first of all, I would make sure that everyone of my family are comfortable, and that would we talked about this. I actually talked about this the other day on a ride. I would buy everyone properties.
Yeah.
So it's not money that they can get to, but then it's just money they don't have to worry about. So I'd buy everyone properties, and they'd all be really close to me. I'd be at the centre because I'm at the centre of the fucking universe. All right. And then they'd have all of the houses around me, and then in the mornings they'd come up and they'd all worship me. No, okay, no, I derailed.
So you'd
make
a cult. You'd buy
a cult. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, I would look after all of my family and friends, just so they don't have to worry, and they can sell the houses, and it doesn't have to. You know, they don't have to. They can sell the houses instantly and just have that money. But I wouldn't make it so they've just got cash to blow, because it would be out of control then. And then I'd give all the rest to charities, but I'd spend so much time in like working out which ones, or I'd just spend the rest of my life. Oh, imagine that! I'd probably spend the rest of my life. I'd be a YouTuber, and I'd just be like going to. I wouldn't do it on YouTube actually. I was just thinking it'd be fun because it would spread cheer, but fuck spreading cheer. I'm spreading money, dude.
Yeah. Money. Yeah.
So I'd just go to different charities. Like I'd be like, a Mexican dog charity, and then I'd go over there and I'd work with them a bit, and then I'd give them $2 million, like the mystery, like the Secret Millionaire.
Secret Millionaire. Yeah, that used to choke me up. That show. That used to get me a little bit. When
so you'd be perfect for that. You'd be good at that. Take the money, dude. Don't give. If someone offers you $1 billion, don't.
I mean, I'd take it.
You would?
Yeah, I don't know. Funny actually.
I'd hate to be given $1 billion. Fucking hate it. Would you take it? Yes, I would.
Oh yeah. Take it. Yeah. Would you keep it? Yeah. You know, like that dog had a reward of £1,000, and you know, legit, Emma was like, would you take it? And I was like, no, of course I wouldn't take £1,000 off someone for finding a dog. Like, that'd be awful. Can you imagine him handing you the money? How awkward it'd be. You'd be like, oh, thanks. I found your dog.
You could buy him a lead, like a real trick lead.
A dog creating a lead.
A grand lead, like a proper gangster one, like loads of diamonds on it. Yeah, crystals and stuff,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you're right, though, with the charity.
Imagine how rewarding that'd be, a lifetime of reward.
Did you see the World Hunger thing that Elon posted? Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, I'm so ahead of things, aren't I?
You're really on the finger on
there
the
was
pulse.
some tweet that someone sent Elon Musk that basically said, because Elon Musk made the most amount of money in one day that's ever been made by any single human being recently. I think it was 36. He made $36 billion in a day. So some guy who works for the World Food Organization, is that a thing? World Food thing? World Food Organization sent him a tweet and said, for $6 billion you could end world hunger. So he tweeted back and was like, if you can tell me exactly how $6 billion cures world hunger, I'll pay, I'll do it. So there's this like, it's a really cool marketing thing for him, but there's this back and forth going where he's asked like, right, if you can provide like open source accounting so the world can see exactly what that money is spent on.
So cool. Is it going to end up actually happening, do you reckon?
I mean,
I want this dude to have his shit together, have a presentation and be like, well,
it's interesting. It's happening right now on Twitter. So we're a few days ahead, but it says like the headline is Elon Musk is ready to spend $6 billion to end world hunger.
Oh, so, go on, Elon. Cool. So many people hate on him. Like, so many people hate on people. Just, I don't even know Elon. I don't know what sort of character he is, and people I just can't hate on him.
It was
he's obviously a special mind, isn't he?
Yeah,
and
it was the director of UN Food Scarcity Organization who tweeted at him.
Wow,
I believe. And
he must
2%
have a PowerPoint presentation, mustn't he?
Yeah, you'd think so. 2% of Elon Musk's wealth is $6 billion. That's what 2% is. That's what it is. It is to him. $6 billion. That's insane. Like, oh my god, $2 billion.
Just do it to shut everyone up. I'd just do it.
Yeah.
I'd give 2% of my wealth right now.
Yeah, he wanted it. Yeah, great. You can have it. You might be able to get a pot noodle.
Actually, when you put it that way, that is actually annoying, because I would do that right. I'd give 100% of my wealth to end world hunger right now.
Of course.
And I don't have as much as him. So what the fuck is... Yeah, fuck. This is live,
money.
Me starting to hate Elon Musk. This happened live. A minute ago I was like, I'm not hating on Elon Musk.
Imagine having that much money.
No.
It's insane. It's not even It's just, it must be such an
Why don't you
alien
just
existence.
give it to the bloke? Fucking give him. It'd be real gangster to do that.
So he replied. Basically, it's interesting. He replied and said, "I will sell Tesla stock right now to end world hunger if you can show me exactly how it would be spent and how it would help."
There you go. So
let's
it's
see
his
how
worth. It's not like his pocket
materializes.
money. It's not 2% his pocket money. It's 2% of his machine.
Yeah.
That's a bit. That is actually different because a lot of people's lives are entangled with that. You can't just get rid of 2% of your factory or 2% of your employees. Do you know what I mean? You can't interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. Good. Yeah.
Great question. Can't remember what the question was, but fantastic.
Me either.
What the fuck? It was $1 billion, wasn't it? What would you do with $1 billion? Great question, actually. I love these topics. Listener topics are great.
Yeah, it is. At Mort Rides Bikes. Why is November such a dick month?
Yeah, I hear you, dude. I actually don't know if you can see my bike in the background over there. I got back too late to wash it, and it is in terrible condition. I'm really sorry, Mo. I'm really, really sorry.
I feel like
I'm really sorry.
But mine's gleaming. Everyone,
yeah,
Jamelia
goody, fucking
prime. Yeah. Jamelia's only ridden on the road so far, I think.
It's tough on the washing machine, isn't it? It's tough on the washing machine. November's
tough on the washer. I feel like that's what I'd love, actually, with all my money. If I go on $1 billion, I'd buy another washing machine. I'd have 2. I'd dream in it. Huh?
Fuck
2
me.
washing machines, mate.
Fuck me. We're just talking about ending world hunger, and you'd buy 2 washing machines. Fuck's sake.
What was the question?
It was
November. Well, the clocks have just gone back. You know, it's a dick month. The clocks go back. It does start getting a bit rainy. Bonfire night. Fuck bonfire night, bro. I hate fireworks. Yeah, I don't like fireworks. I despise fireworks.
They're only good when you're dating.
I
hate fireworks, yes. When I was dating, or when I was younger and at school, and you could meet with people from school and the girl that is your crush, and then you could like stand and like hold hands and stuff for the first time at fireworks night. That's when fireworks night's good.
We didn't do that up here.
What do you do? Just shag straight away?
Throw them at each other.
You threw fireworks at girls to try and get with them.
Yeah, that's kind of how it used to work, innit? When you were younger, you'd like push them over in the school corridor. You'd throw water on them.
Would you? I never. No wonder I didn't get with any girls. I didn't have such sick game. I didn't have your sick game.
Doing it all wrong, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. November sucks.
Yeah,
just get through it.
Yeah.
But the mornings are beautiful for a bit, so get up early. That's my plan now. I'm altering my day a little bit so that I finish work earlier. No, hang on. Yeah, finish work early in the day so I can go do something, go for a ride, whatever, and then do work in the evening a little bit more. Try and adjust it a little bit if you're working at home.
It's good for socialising, especially now like pubs are open and stuff. Again, after all these years of weirdness. Winter's quite good for that. I like going to pubs and meeting my friends and stuff. I do that way more in winter than the summer, that's for sure.
Nice, I like it. Yeah, for sure.
Hang in there. Also, there's 4 episodes of the Ride Companion coming your way, so hang in there, November. This being the first?
Yeah.
This being the first.
And we've got a massive giveaway coming up on the next episode.
Are we in Halloween now? This probably should be the Halloween episode. Fuck it.
We should have got
enough different names for this episode.
I'm looking around for something to get dressed up in. I'm like,
what we got?
Like there's going to be something here to get dressed up in.
There you go. I'm dressed up as a bellend.
There you go. Goodyear blimp.
And that's me, full time. Always dressed up as a bellend.
Oh dear. At Benjamin Aris, what's happened with Olly's red mule? Not seen it for a while. That's what it says.
The mule's in limp home mode at the minute. It's annoying because it's November. Something that would make November better would be the mule, and I need to work on it. But I've got enough jobs on at the minute that I can't get round to it. But the mule will be back amongst it. The mule's great. You've never been in the mule, have you? Briefly,
no.
You've been in the mule.
Flat tyre. Yeah, seen it. Sat in it.
Flat.
No, I didn't say
flat.
it.
It's just
flat
relentless. See? Do you know how I fixed it?
It's just a money pit.
Do you know how I fixed the flat?
No.
Open up the valve.
Stands
in it. Pumped it up. The flat was fixed. No shit. How good is that?
How good stands? Yeah. So good.
Really good. I just did a whole bottle.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Why not?
A whole bottle in there. Pumped it up. Job's a good one. Incredible.
Well done, Stans.
Thanks,
Does
Stans.
it drive funny now, do you think?
No, it doesn't just drive. It was already 25, 29 miles an hour, and it's now probably 10 miles an hour at the minute. It's like on one cylinder. It's electrics, dude. I can't do electrics. Oh, I wish someone could help me.
Tough.
You've
not sold the ski yet, have you?
No, it's going up in value, if anything.
Yeah, it is. Fucking hell, it will be. Yeah, it is.
No, I haven't.
It's still at
tried
Rogate. It's still at
it's
Rogate
in the bush at Rogate, yeah.
Oh, man. At Dan Stewart, what's the best part of a roast dinner? Best part of it? For me, it's going to be the end, like the last few mouthfuls when it's cooled down. You've got like everything on one fork. You've got peas, carrot, bit of meat if you're into meat, roast potato, mashed potato, everything, all that gravy, because we love gravy up here, bro. We have gravy on everything.
Do you put it on your food?
So all gravy?
Yeah.
Oh. What do you mean on your food?
No, I just thought you drank it.
Just yeah, we sometimes put it on food as well. Do you put turmeric lattes on your food, Dan?
Touché. My favourite part of the roast. I'll tell you which part is controversial. Do you know which part can go fuck itself? I actually worry this could be the last episode of the podcast, what I'm about to say. I worry you're really going to kick off here, and I also worry about our listeners. But, you know, I'm going to say it. Yorkshire puddings can go fuck themselves.
Let's just take a moment to process what you've said. Dude, so many people are angry right now.
It's like a white bread cup. I'm not interested in bread. I'm interested in meat.
Oh my God.
Sack it off.
What are you doing?
Get rid of the meat.
Dude, think of the career when you say stuff like this. Start thinking about your career. You can't offend
that's the weakest link.
The disc golf community.
That's the worst part.
And
dude, that's the
all
worst part
English people.
That is the worst part of a roast dinner for me. That wasn't even the question, was it? It was the best part.
The best part, yeah.
See, I've done that for
Dude,
no
you
reason.
You can't say that about
the meat is
Yorkshire
the best part
that's
for me.
Insane.
Yorkshire pudding is by far easily the worst part for me.
Wow.
But do you know what I enjoy about Yorkshire pudding? That it brings others
pancakes.
It brings others joy.
All right. It does, man. People fight. There's been serious fist fights over Yorkshire puddings up this way in my family.
Have mine.
That's incredible. I've never known anything like it. I'm speechless, I'll be honest with you. Absolutely speechless.
Alright, if someone said to you, oh mate, do you want a bit of fucking brown bread with some oil that's been fried in a pan? Do you want a bit of a white bread?
Yeah, croutons. Love it. Bring it on.
Do you want a bit? Do you just want that in there as well? Nah.
I don't understand how you rationalise this.
No, I'm just trying to piss you off now. I don't really like them, but yeah. I don't dislike them either. I just don't care about them. I don't know what everyone's banging on about.
Dope or no?
Oh, I like parsnips, yeah.
With honey
I
on
actually
or maple
like
syrup?
everything. I actually do like everything. Food, I can't think of food that I don't like. I can't think of any.
No. You'd eat a Yorkshire pudding?
Yeah, I eat them all the time. I just don't care about them. I just don't like... Yeah, I don't get what everyone bangs on about. I don't get it. I feel like I'm missing something. That's what I really mean. But I eat them and I like them.
Yeah. But... So you should shut up and eat Yorkshire puddings. People are starving. And Elon's trying to solve it.
Do you know, I get it all the time though. You know, when people are like, oh dude, you've got to try the sausage roll. I just sort of think, what can it be other than a sausage? It's a sausage roll. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, the sausage rolls are absolutely to die for. You have to try it. It's just going to be a fucking sausage roll,
I'm with you, actually.
Yeah, do you know
sausage
what I mean?
rolls, the cheaper the better with sausage rolls. The cheaper the better.
Fucking same shit, dude.
The more expensive, the flakier the pastry, which means the more of a mess you're in. That is why I think of sausage rolls.
There you go. There you go,
there
dude.
You go.
See, there we go.
Should we do one more?
Bringing some realness there, Davey. I respect that, dude. I feel like I'm out here on my own, just throwing around.
Let's do two more.
Yeah.
One more. There's a bload. Who's been in a helicopter the most times at Shirley? I've been in one twice.
Easily you then.
Have you not been in a recreational helicopter?
I've been in a helicopter once for a heli drop in Whistler.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought maybe you'd have pipped me at that one just by doing cool stuff rather than being rescued. Sorry.
They're sketchy things.
I'm almost a pilot, man. A few more trips in the back, and I'm in there. I'm going to get my license. I've been twice. Don't remember either of them.
Bugger. That sucks.
Sucks.
We'd take you on a helicopter. We need to get more ads in this so that we can treat you to helicopter rides.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah. Have we got any ads this week?
Who makes that? No.
Can we do any? Just try and charge them? Is that how it works? I don't know.
Yeah, we could do one. What should we do? Disc golf? What's it called?
No, I don't think they'll take.
Just pick a massive brand. We'll do an ad for it. And then Did you ever see the guy who was sending fake invoices to Facebook and Google? That's an interesting story.
No.
He somehow got accounts, whatever, email address, and he was just sending fake invoices, and they were paying him, and he made millions off doing it.
That's so good. But then what's fake about the invoice? It's still an invoice.
It's still, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not even a fake work invoice that he'd never done.
Yeah.
No, and they were just paying him, so he just kept doing it. It's an interesting story.
That big. That's so good. Yeah.
So we could do an advert. If we could have a dream, what would we do? I'm looking around again. I don't know why I'm looking in here. There's nothing in here.
Like lamb.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This episode is brought to you by Apple.
Yeah, imagine.
The new MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I do this podcast, this very podcast from my MacBook Pro, and you should too.
Yeah. Same, man. I'm a MacBook Pro. I wouldn't use anything else.
Why are we doing an Apple advert? They don't need our help.
They don't need our help.
Let's move on.
We'll send it to them anyway. Last question. At Jin.Sandhu6, what would you tell 10-year-old Ollie and Davi? What would you tell yourself at 10 years old? Ooh, that's a good question. I'd say buy Bitcoin. That'd be probably the first thing.
Buy Bitcoin, yeah, that's not bad.
Set myself right up. I'd say move country before Brexit.
Yeah.
Because it's tough now.
Would you? You'd move if you given the choice again. That's not that long ago. That's not even 10 years. Is that 10 years?
It's weird, isn't it? That happened in our lifetime. I was talking to a friend today who's moving to Sweden, and he was saying how hard it is to get a visa to get into Sweden. Whereas just a few years ago, you could just go and work there.
Yeah.
Set up a new life.
Brexit, I don't even know what's happened. What?
Well, you need a visa now to get in if you're an English citizen or UK citizen.
See, I don't actually know what's... the only effects I can think of... I can't believe we're talking about Brexit, dude. I don't know anything. I don't know what it's done. Sometimes I feel a little bit itchy, but I don't think that's Brexit. But I thought maybe that could be Brexit. But I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know how it's affected my life. Because my left armpit is a bit itchy. But it has.
Yeah, it could be that.
I've no doubt, and it's prices and this and that. But I don't know what it is. Actually, no. I went in the queue, the different queue. Minor difference. Different queue at the airport.
Yeah. Just have to wait a little bit longer sometimes, maybe, or you can live with that. But say if you want to move to Madeira, is Madeira in the EU?
I don't know anything, dude. I literally don't know anything. I give up.
So anyway,
I give up.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's what I tell myself. Buy Bitcoin.
All right. I'd tell myself if a 10-year-old version of me, I'd tell myself, I'd just say, dude, don't worry. That'd be it. Don't worry, dude.
Yeah.
Be alright. It'll be alright. Work out.
Yeah.
Crack on.
I'd say, I'd similar. Just be like, follow your bliss.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
my favourite quote ever. Follow your bliss. Just keep doing that.
Michael
whatever
Flatley
that is.
quote?
Follow your bliss. It could be actually, dude. Yeah, it could be a Michael Flatley quote.
No, what was his one? His one was never give up on your dreams. That's what I'd say. And I'd do it. I'd be river dancing whilst I did it. I'd say to 10-year-old version of me, I'd be river dancing and I'd say never give up on your dreams. In an Irish accent. Okay. I nearly did an Irish accent, but I don't know if you're allowed to anymore, so I didn't do it.
I don't think so. Not in
so I didn't do it.
Hey man, I tell you what would be good. We get a shoe sponsor. We get people out doing Michael Flatley dances to win a pair of shoes. Tag Michael Flatley.
Yeah.
In your shoes. Anyway, we'll work on that.
Yeah, we're working on the Michael Flatley thing.
All right, folks. Reach out to Michael Flatley.
Yeah.
Hit him up. Instagram. Send us a DM or whatever
please.
you do to him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let's get Michael Flatley on. I'd love to speak to him about tapping his feet. Wonder what he does when he's waiting for something.
I bet he's got some. I bet it's some performance, dude. When he stood in the queue,
he sounds like a fucking rattlesnake
in a Sainsbury's. Let's be honest. It just sounds someone's having a wank behind you in a queue.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't want that in a hospital waiting room, do you? You get arrested, you get carted out. I think it's time to finish the episode, isn't it?
I think it is. Thank you for listening, everyone. We appreciate the shit out of you. Ollie's going to Madeira. I'm doing nothing, staying here in the UK. Going to be in the Metaverse. And we'll see you in there.
Yeah. Nice one. See you in the Metaverse. Peace and love. Unity.
Peace and love. Wow.